this interview. Kelly Pavlik has postponed his fight in Atlantic City against Paul Williams due to recurring problems with his left hand.
In that fight, and I've talked about this before, and I don't touch on it much, but that wasn't me that night in the ring. Just it wasn't me, and that's why there's nothing I could really take from it. It was just a lot of things from the mind to the fist didn't want to, react. The mind knew it, the fist didn't do it, and so it was just a frustrating night. And to have a night like that against Bernard Hopkins is just really bad luck. It's the shittiest luck you could get, and. He told me after the fight, "I saw you bounce back, and you could be a world champ for a very long time, and that's the only thing you could do, bounce back."
What would you attribute that to?
There's just there are things, there's just things that happen. I'm not going to touch on it, but just things.
How do you make sure those things don't happen again?
You don't fight. That's the bottom line. So.
How's your hand doing?
Hand's doing good, doing real good.
We're here with Kelly Pavlik. Kelly, of course, the first question: what hand was hurt? Show us.
I'm not showing. It was the left hand.
Okay, yeah. And what happened? A staph infection?
Yeah, we had a staph infection, and it all turned out pretty good. It was just a time-consuming process, and we took care of it. We kicked it in the butt, and October 12th, we're ready to go.
Okay, now your opponent, he's a southpaw. Am I correct in
Yes,
that? Okay,
yes.
now are you going to be changing something with who are you going to spar with? Anybody particular? Or?
No, we got guys that we come and we bring them in from all over, same height, same style. So that's the main thing, that is getting the same exact fighter that represent that style and watch the films on it. So.
Now you have a much better amateur career. Let's go as far as he hasn't had quite as many fights, but of course he said he has trained with a lot of different people and sparred in a lot of different places. Your feelings on this? I mean, are you going to do it all in Youngstown? Is that where you're going to be training?
Yeah, that's where we did all of it. That's where all the magic happened. The first Taylor fight, the Miranda fight. That all started at in Youngstown. And if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Oh, I agree with that. Now, I heard a rumor that maybe you have a bar out in Struthers. Is there anything? Oh, and I love Struthers.
No, we have a bistro restaurant upstairs, then we have a sports bar, then we have a concert hall. So it's 3 different levels.
And it's called what, 13th round?
Yeah,
what?
Kelly Pavik's 13th round.
Okay, and hey, I was at the rib roast. I got this, as a matter of fact, it was cold. The rib roast for people, I'll show you. It's the Warren area. Yeah,
Yep.
the Warren. We have the Harley Davidson jacket. Anyways, a rib roast. Were you ever at one?
Yeah, well, I've been to the ones in Niles, the rib burn off.
I was there. It was a little cold, and I saw this jacket, and I thought of you for some reason. So I said, I'm gonna
close
wear
by.
it to it.
It's close by Youngstown, so right next to us.
Hey, well, thank you for your time, and give a shout out to all your fans out there.
As thanks for all the support. Stay tuned to December 5th. You know how I am. We're gonna put on a good show and to keep everybody excited.
Hey, one other thing I forgot. Was a book just recently written?
What's that?
A book?
Yeah, they had a book that's out. It came out probably about 4 months ago. It's a pretty good book. It's not the whole life biography. It's pretty much from the beginning of my pro career. We touch on a little bit of the amateur career, but just the whole process of coming up. So.
Yeah, I heard. Did the person who wrote? Who's our great basketball player there? His name is out in Akron.
LeBron?
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys did a book. Greg Goulas and David Lee Morgan. They did a book on LeBron James. They did one on a couple other, I think, a couple baseball players. So they have a lot of good books out there right now.
Okay. Hey, one last thing. Can I ask you? Any negative press? How do you deal with any of that? There's been a couple things that have been said and you've denied, and it's been a back and forth thing.
Yeah, the thing is, like I said, I had the restaurant that we have going on. I've had stuff going on at the house that I'm doing for my own house. With my kids, a couple other things that we have going on, businesses. So I've been staying really busy, and actually the rumors and everything, I kind of sat back and laughed. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I read the stuff on the internet, thought it was the funniest thing. And, if anybody, people that know what I've been having going on, know that it's funny too. So you're going to have that though, especially coming from the area I come from and being the way I fight. I fight 3 times, 4 times a year. So God forbid if I miss one fight, everybody thinks the worst. And the only thing I've been doing is staying busy and, working with the infection and everything else. So the rumors, at the end of the night, I eat, I sleep really good. I'm comfortable. And, the rumors are funny to me. I like them, so.
Okay, thank you, Kelly.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's actually a great question. I'm glad you mentioned that. I fought I went Zartucci, who was a dangerous opponent that a lot of people don't understand that when you take a fight like that against a guy like Zartucci, who's a rugged Mexican fighter who could hit, punch, it was a fight that could have been a devastating fight in a career. I mean, nobody really knew the guy. He wasn't considered anybody, but he was a dangerous fighter. A lot of fighters don't fight guys like that. I fought him, then I turn around, I go and fight Miranda, who nobody wanted to fight. I go in there, I take the chance of that fight, and which it was supposed to be after the Zartucci fight was supposed to be my title. I was supposed to be the title eliminator. Well, they tell me, well, now you got to beat Miranda. That's the title eliminator. I fight him. So there's another tough, rugged fighter. I go straight from Miranda to Jermaine Taylor. I beat Jermaine Taylor, and then right after the Jermaine Taylor fight, there's no fight in between. It's a rematch with Jermaine Taylor. So then I fight Gary Lockett. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to keep fighting all these guys? No fighter in boxing does it. If you get one guy that knows anything about boxing, any boxing expert, they'll tell you that they've never seen a fighter ever in their lifetime fight nonstop hard competition, and it just never happens, and it's never going to happen. So I took a beating on a Lockett fight, but he was a mandatory too, so I had to fight him. It wasn't like I wouldn't picked, Gary Lockett out, or my promoters wouldn't pick him. He was mandatory. We fought him. I turned back around. I fight Hopkins. Hopkins is still one of considered the best fighters in boxing right now. So I took that fight there. There's nothing nobody could say about that. Yeah, and then I turned around and fight Rubio. But Rubio was the number one rated fighter again. So that was kind of out of my option. That was the mandatory. So I fought him. And here, he was a powerful, dangerous opponent. He had a great knockout ratio. So it wasn't like I was going against a guy that I couldn't break an egg. I was still taking a dangerous chance of, getting caught in a fight, in my hometown. So if people want to live off the two fights, the only two fights that I fought, then, so be it. There's nothing I can do about that. October 12th is the 8 weeks that we do. And once the 8 weeks starts, that's when the hand will be ready to go.
You back in the gym full strength right now, or are you back?
No, we're getting the kinks out. We're doing about 3 workouts or 3 days a week working out, getting the soreness out of the body. But we don't go much longer than 8 weeks because of my training regimen. I don't have the normal, training routines that most fighters. I mean, mine's pretty much a all-day job. So any longer than 8 weeks actually starts tearing the body down.